This is IMAT 2021, question 23. So for this question, we have to work out which of the following statements, the processes involves a redox reaction. So before we look at these processes, let's think, what is a redox reaction? What has to happen in order for a reaction to be redox? Well, redox reactions occurs when we have a transfer of electrons and things changing oxidation states. So something has to be reduced and something has to be oxidized in our reaction. So let's take a look at the processes and see if we can work out if they are redox. So first of all, we have the glucose plus glucose addition to form maltose and water. Is this a redox reaction? Do we have a change of oxidation states or transfer of electrons? Well, we are combining two molecules, but none of them really gain or lose electrons, and none of them are oxidized or reduced. They're just being joined together to form a new product. So this is not a redox reaction. Our second process is the polymerization of amino acids. So what does this mean? Well, this is just joining amino acids together to form a peptide. And again, like this one above, we're just combining different molecules, so in this case an amino acid and a peptide chain. We're not really changing any oxidation states, we're just adding something onto something else. So this is not correct. Our third statement is the depolarization of a neuron. So what occurs when we're depolarizing a neuron? This is all about the movement of ions. So ions move down a concentration gradient, and that creates a charge in the neuron which is going to transfer a signal. But even though we're using ions and we're using charges, there isn't any loss or gain of electrons. So again, this cannot be redox. Our fourth process is a cytosine and guanine pairing. So these are two bases in DNA, but is this an example of a redox reaction? Well, again, we're just joining two molecules together, this time with a hydrogen bond. And that doesn't mean any loss or gain of electrons. These two say exactly the same, they're just joined together via a hydrogen bond. So this is also incorrect. And by process of elimination, E must be correct, but let's look about why. So E is NAD plus H2 goes to NADH and H plus. Here we can see we've got charges changing, and that indicates that we have movement of electrons. And this does change the oxidation state of our NADH and our H+, therefore it is a redox reaction. So we can give this one a tick, and our final answer is E.